Hello and welcome to Beyond Borders, a talk show exploring different cultures from different parts of the world. I'm Srividya Karituri. I'm from India. I'm a PhD student from School of Media and Communications. And we have three other people with me today exploring the topic called family and relationships. Let's hear from them.
Hello, I'm Abby. My name is Abril, but you can call me Abby. I'm from Uruguay and I'm in the Master of Communication program.
I am Mauricio from Peru. I am in junior year and I'm a student to majors music performance and music education.
Okay, this is Pinak, Salahuddin Ahmed, and my nickname is Pinak. I'm from Bangladesh, and my major is communication PhD. I'm the second semester PhD student of communication.
So today's episode, we are going to talk about family and relationships. So I'm from India. And in India, family is a little bit different. It has so many emotions, and it used to be a big family. Back 20 years, a family means a people living in big houses, having 6 bedrooms, and you live with almost everybody, your uncles, aunts, and everything, and there'll be 20 people in the same house. But nowadays, it has become to 4 people, 2 bedroom, 1 bedroom. So how is family that has evolved in your countries?
Well, I think for me, we are more nuclear family oriented, but we've always had, I think that trend is happening pretty much everywhere. Multi-generational homes used to be more of a thing, and now we're all leaning towards nuclear families. So I at least grew up with my mom, my dad, and my brother and the cats, and that was it. And if we wanted to see extended family, we would, but like we drove to their place. So yeah.
Yeah, no, in Peru is something similar to Uruguay, to be honest. So I was living in my house with my father, my mother, and my brother, my young brother. That's 2 pets that I have. But it's very common that we live very close to the other part of the family, like my uncles, my grandma, my grandpa, my cousins. So if I need help or I need to be with them, normally I can walk because it's very close and be with them. And that is normally how is the family in Peru, I think so.
Okay, in our country, we stay in extended family most of the time, because when I grew up, that time I found myself in an extended family with my cousins, cousin brothers, sisters, and my uncles, paternal uncles, paternal aunties, and everyone who was living with me, and I was in an extended family. But right now in our country, what is happening, like they're becoming a bit isolated, and yeah, what you have said, in India also it is happening, and in our country also, it is becoming nuclear.
Yeah, it did. I think nuclear is a trend now. As we all know that now nuclear families are being everywhere in your country, in our country. What is the one thing as a family that you do together? Maybe it's like a tradition, like, okay, as a family, this is what we do in our country that represents a family. In India, it's more like when as a family we do pujas, some of the rituals that are like, okay, almost maybe 6 years down the road or next 6 years we do a ritual, and we invite all the people from our close and family and the nuclear family, my mom, my dad, my sister, we perform the ritual, and our close family will be there to witness that. And that's something as a family we do and represent that we are a family and we are going in strong together. So are there any kind of things that you do together as a family? Is it a custom or a tradition? And
that's beautiful. I don't think we have anything as elaborated though.
Okay.
Like, something I would say is for us, was Christmas for everyone else is not legally Christmas because church and state are separated. So it's officially called the Day of the Family. And people do make it a priority to spend Christmas with their family, whether they are religious or not. But yeah, other than that, we get together and we eat like asado, which is a massive barbecue thing.
That sounds yummy.
That's amazing. That's pretty cool. But we don't perform for each other. So
Okay.
yeah, you're doing great on that. I don't know.
So this might not be a whole Indian thing. Maybe it's just my family thing. It can be, or some of the southern families does. I'm not sure. This is not a whole India thing, but in India, there are some parts where we do get together as a family and do rituals, and we call family near and dear, and they come and we just spend time together.
That's cool.
You know, in Peru, we don't have nothing similar like that. So we don't have any tradition, to be honest. We normally try to find like any excuse to meet and do something like a cook, like in Uruguay, like I don't know. I find like a $20. We need to meet and make like a barbecue and it's something like, okay, we will do that. And we try to find any excuse just for meets and hang out together. But we don't have any virtual ritual or tradition to do together, to be honest.
Okay, for us, actually, what happens, what I have seen, just going when I was going, we don't need any festivals to meet. We just meet for the sake of meeting. And in our country, one axiom is going all the time, that is Baro Mashe Tero Parvon, and that means we have 12 months and we have 13 festivals. And each festival is celebrated in their own way. As we are Muslims, so we have two major festivals, and one is Eid al-Adha and another is Eid al-Fitr. And we get together and we just go to relatives' house, our neighbors' house, and we just go there and enjoy food, and they are invited in our house, and there is no invitation for that. They just come and enjoy it, and we also just go and enjoy it. And one thing that I would mention, that we also, when I was a child, we also got some some token money for going there. Token money means like it would be like 100 taka or 500 taka. As we were a child that time, we were children, so they were just treating us like that.
Yes.
Yeah, there's some things that.
Yeah. Talking about that, we also have this tradition whenever our extended family visits us, especially the grandparents, they give us this money and we used to collect it, and me and my sister, we used to save it, and who has at the year end, who has the highest money is like the favorite child or things like that. Yeah, that's silly, but that's one thing.
I also used to brag myself about that.
Really?
Yeah.
So you have a brother?
Yeah, I have a sister.
Okay.
She's very small, but I have cousin brothers and cousin sisters. Yeah.
I don't think that's silly though. Like in South America, it's very normal everywhere. Like grandmas giving money, like behind the table, like hey,
don't say your father, please.
Don't tell
put
anyone.
In your hand like hi, and they put the hand close to your hand. You're like, okay, save that. Don't say nothing. You're like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but for us, not only the grandmothers or grandfathers, everyone, like aunts or uncles, big brothers, like elder brothers, elder sisters, they paid, right?
Yes, we get paid. I think until I was at least 10 years of age, all that money used to be, I want to be an obedient child, and I used to give it to my mom and dad. But then I was like, oh, no, these are for my chocolates, these are for my friends, I should be saving these for my college and stuff like that. But they never get saved.
My mom used to say that, just give it to me, I'll give it back to you, and that back never happened.
It never came back. Yeah. So since you're here, how is it like? How do you get connected with your family or to your extended family?
Well, it's difficult when I came here. Like I try to talk with them every day. If I am busy, probably I just text them the time that I am free. But yeah, normally I work in the pain center. Now I'm working like a learning assistant. I have 2 majors, so I don't have too much time to talk with them. hopefully, one good thing about Peru is like the difference, the time difference between Mississippi and Peru is just 1 hour. So it's like it's not too difficult to talk with them. Like that could be late, but not too late to call them. So I try to talk with them almost every day, but it's difficult. But it's the only way that we have like a continuing communication, to be honest.
Same, like we're both from South America. So in my case, I think we have a 2-hour time zone difference. So that's pretty cool. I constantly updating them, like on WhatsApp, which is not very popular in the US, but we use it. I don't know about you guys. I definitely keep them updated, but like I text. And then when I have time, I do like I call or do like a video FaceTime thing. But then there's also, I think, the one challenge is if you're going through something and they cannot help you, then why would you let them know that's happening to you? That's only gonna stress them out. So I'm like, sometimes something happens and then I'm like, okay, in 5 years from now they're gonna hear about this. But now
that's
but it's not because I'm hiding it from them. I'm just like, why making them anxious if they are so far away? So yeah,
I second that, because I don't really keep a secret that long with my parents. 5 years, not sure, but yeah, if something bad happens today, I'll cry out, I'll make sure I find a solution to it, and then I go back and say, okay, this is what happened, don't freak out, I have a solution, this is what is going to happen. And it's in our family, like back in India, family means we don't have any, we are not supposed to have any private life, or we are not supposed to hide anything, or we are not, it's different how the housing is like both of the children either sleep with their parents until they are of good age, or they sleep, like my and my sister has the same room, we don't have separate rooms, and we don't have like private lives. Mother and father, sometimes even the grandmother and grandfather, they come into your life, it's a norm that they must know almost all of the things that happen in our life, the major life decisions, everything is always mutual and things like that. So yeah, I'm now trying to develop that habit because of, okay, even though I tell them that I'm in this bad situation, there is nothing they can change about it. But it's really hard coming from a different family background. In our family there are no, okay, this is a private matter, no, nothing is private in family, kind of thing. That's a little different. Is it same in Bangladesh?
Actually, the time difference, like 12 hours difference when it is daylight saving, and 13 hours when
it's the same. The time.
So this is one of obstacles. Now it is like 7 months I'm here, and like I used to talk twice with my mom, and my mom always says to me that please try to interact with your relatives also, but it doesn't happen all the time. But I always keep contact with my mom, like when when I just wake up from the bed and I just call her and just know about everything, like all the members of the family and all the members of the relatives and all the members of the neighbors. And it is one of the things that is really crucial to know to me. Okay, so this is one thing. And now I'm cultivating. I don't know how much time I will cultivate. This is the thing.
And as we are on the same topic, so in your country, how frequently your parents get involved in your life, and regarding some major life decisions, like whatever you're planning to study, or if you're planning to marry somebody, regarding your major life decisions, how much will your parents be involved? What's the structure?
I think for me, back home, I mean, it obviously depends on the family a little bit, but we have quite a lot of freedom. Like, it's mostly we let them know what's gonna happen. They might have some disagreements or say, well, I'm not a big fan of this, but then what can I do? Like, if the child's 18, it's technically not a child anymore, so it's their life. What does happen is some people are pretty opinionated. No one's gonna get in the way of you marrying whoever you want or studying whatever you want, but they're gonna make comments. they will let you know. but there's nothing they can do. So I think we as quote unquote children are still given a lot of agency over our decisions.
But here we don't have any, in South Asian way.
Yes.
We don't grow up. Okay, we don't grow up like whether we are 18 plus, whether we are 18 minus, they don't care. They just
They don't care.
and I respect that, because by this they try to learn about us and they take the responsibilities of us, and we also have that sense of responsibility for them also.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. Even I'm 25 right now, or if I'll be 30 next 5 years or 40, my parents are going to play a major role in all my life decisions, and that's how the family is structured back home.
Yeah, I think it's semi-Peru. It's like for example, my parents, they are involved in all my life. Like when I take that decision to study music, when I take that decision to come here, like, are you sure you want to do that? And they support me in every moment. Probably they don't agree. Especially, for example, my father, they didn't like it, the idea when I tell like, hey, I will study music, because I was very young, and he was like, are you sure? Really, do you want to study music? And I was like, yeah. But then he looked at I love music, and he was like, okay, I will support you in whatever to do you choose. So yeah, the parents, or probably just my family, I'm not sure, but they're trying to take care about you in everything, not just in the professional life, same in the personal life, with your friends, in whatever relationship, everything. For example, when I was 20 years old, so I was not like a baby, I was an adult, but I was like, hey, I would go to my friend's house to hang out, like, where he live? What is his cell phone?
Yes.
Could you tell me the name of the parents? What is his ID number? Like, bro, calm down. It's too much. It's just, I'm going 1 hour to watch a movie, no more. But yeah, they always try to take care, like, they are worried about you, what is going on. And yeah, I think that's happened when you are here, like, you don't want to tell them, like, the problems, because you know that they cannot do nothing for help you, but they will try to help you. And you were like, hey, you cannot do nothing. Why I will stress you?
Yeah.
Please don't get on a plane.
Yeah.
Come try and help me. But I think though we can all agree, like, we are forever their child.
Yeah.
That's a thing, and we're gonna be 50 and we're gonna be their child, and they're gonna try to help us and like give us advice and all that. That's true.
Yeah.
And we want to make them proud as well. I think that's also a thing. Like,
So I want to go back to you. So you said music, and your father is like, okay, and what if it comes to relationships?
That kid normal. In the same moment that I was in the orchestra in my middle school, I was swimming in the swim team in my school. So my father always I think he always preferred that I find like a scholarship, like an athletic person, and not like a musician person. But he really I really love music. He has tried to investigate about how the musician live, how I can live with the music, like in professional life. And he was like, hey, I already investigate, I know more about this topic, and I can see that you really can work, you can find like a future with this major. So, if you love it, I will be down with you about that, and I will support you. And he support me a lot with that. So our relation never was weird about that. He was not very happy in the beginning, but he told me when I listen you like a soloist in concerts, my mind changed from this moment. I really know that you really feel involved with the music, it's part of your life. So I will not take out that from you.
That's so sweet of him.
Yeah.
And coming to dating and relationships in your country, in my country, it's totally different. So dating has never been in the books until 2015, I guess. Yeah, maybe 2015 or 2010. Somewhere in this 2000s, the dating concept has come. Before that, the marriage is strictly my mom and dad, they never talked before they got married. like they ever said hi only after they get married, and maybe after their marriage they met and they talk to each other, but they only have seen each other before they got married. So that's how marriage and relationships are strictly, the decisions are strictly left to my parents. But now that after 2005, 2012, I was a small child, but right then movies started coming in and we got to know about, okay, dating is something, there is a choice that we can make, and then now people used to at least talk and then they can make a decision. But again, the decision should pass through the parents and they have to approve it. Is it the same?
In our country, actually, dating is not that much, mainstream. People like the boomers don't like it. They just avoid this type of things, and if it happens, they are like, okay, everything is going to the hell. Okay, nothing is going good. But for me, my parents are not like that. They were too much accepting, and I am married, and my wife I date first, and then I got married.
That's nice.
Yeah, so date first, and then I got married. But for many families, it's not true still now. Okay, and they don't take it positively. In our society, it is not taken positively.
Yeah, I think both our societies are a bit similar on how it was not supposed to be there, but now it is becoming a norm. Okay, and still now living relationship is not a legal thing in our country.
It is not permissible.
Still, there are a lot of legal battles that are going on, but I think most of the parents, at least my parents who are living in a city, has like a good understanding of, okay, this is not a bad thing, this is just them getting to know each other. Was it the same in
No, it's not the same. It's totally different.
Okay.
Like, okay, I don't know in Uruguay, but for example, in Peru, you can start to dating when you are in middle school. So you can your friends, and you like, oh, I like this girl, I like this boy. Okay, you can go and ask, or you can write a paper and throw it during the class. Like, hey, do you want to have a date with me? Yes or no, and you can change. You can choose that option.
Multiple
and
questions.
and you want it with your parent, hey, I will have a day with this person. Could you give me money, because I don't have money to invite her or him to go to a restaurant. And we I think in Peru we are more open-minded about that. I think before, when my grandfather and my grandmother they was dating, that was very common just to have one relationship or maximum two relationships and then get married.
Okay.
Now it's you could have 10 ex-boyfriends, 10 ex-girlfriends, and then, okay, I found the correct person, I will get married. It's very different right now, what is happening before. But yeah, we normally like to have the different dates, many dates with different persons, but not in the same time. Don't feel bad. Not in the same time. Just try with someone first, and then if you don't like it or something that was not going good, okay, you change. You can change if you met other person better, and just try it. And I think that is good and that is not good at the same time, because you will understand better, in my opinions, what you want in one person. Okay, I was with this guy or with this girl, and I didn't like what he's doing or she's doing in these moments, and then you start to dating with other person, and you start keeping good things about what is happening in your last relationships, and then your expectations was very high, because you was okay, now I know why I want in one person, and you wouldn't stop until you find that. So that is something bad, but it's something good, because you know what you want in this person. I don't know in Uruguay if it's the same like in Peru. It's very different.
No, it's pretty similar. We have those early sort of the equivalent of middle school here, crushes, and people send each other letters like, do you want to be my boyfriend? Yes, no, mark with a cross. I would think more serious dating starts towards the end of high school, early college, and it's very well received. It's even a little encouraged, I would say. I never dated at first through high school and my first years of college, and my parents were like, okay, what's happening to you?
Okay.
Like, why did we do something wrong? Like, I think you're nice. Why isn't anyone dating you?
That would be a question if we started dating. Like,
Right.
what is wrong with you?
True.
like, are you okay? And so it's very normal. Most people I've known had multiple partners,
Mhm.
not at the same time.
Not at the same time. Okay.
And it has to do with that, like getting to really know what you want and like and expect in a person.
Mhm.
And then marriage, living with someone before you get married is very common. It's even encouraged because it's not very nice for us to move in with someone and realize like, oh, they're great,
Mhm.
but I don't want to share a living space with them. So a lot of people, they move in with their partner first, and then a lot of people never marry at all.
Oh.
Because you can have do a legal civil union and have the same rights as a married couple. I think I'm using the right words, but it's basically, if you've been living together for a certain amount of times, you can file to have the same rights as a married couple.
Okay,
And
that's
so-
interesting.
That's interesting, and they are like, weddings are expensive, so
Mhm.
we are skipping that one. Again, has to a little bit to do with religion. If you are, Catholic or Jewish, or you practice any particular religion, then you might want to get married through your church or through your religion. So yeah.
Okay, but in our country, marriage is an auspicious thing, and if you are not married, you are not permitted to stay together. Okay,
Mhm, yeah.
and if you stay together, then society will not accept it.
Yeah, there is a legal battle going on to get permission to live in without, get a live-in relationship, but not without marriage. It's not legal in our country.
Okay.
Yeah, and coming to marriage, like in our country, there are certain norms that we follow. Like, really, a person should be from the same caste. That's how in majority of India it's
Mhm.
going on. There are some who are living in the city who are becoming open-minded as they are getting educated, but we have these norms. We used to have, I'll say, that a person should be from the same caste, same religion, almost from the same region. So is it something like that in your countries, or is it different?
It's very different.
So you can get married from
Whatever.
whatever.
Country, whatever religion.
Yeah.
Well, it's depend. For example,
Mhm.
in Peru it's very common Catholic religions,
Mhm.
and I don't know. I never asked my father. He gave me a little information about that. I don't like that you change your religions.
Mhm.
So I don't think, for example, is my partner if from other religion, and I tell my father, hey, I will change my religion because I want to marry from this religion. I don't think he will like the idea, but I think he will respect the idea.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't like the idea, but I'm done with you.
Mhm.
I think so. I don't sure 100%. I hope so.
Yeah.
We have many religions, and Islam or Muslim are dominant, but every religions are staying together in our country, and Muslim should marry a Muslim person, and Hindu should marry a Hindu person, and Christian also like that. But the thing is, if anyone doesn't follow it, but if they are celebrities, then it would not be a problem at
Issue.
all.
Yeah.
It would not be a problem at all. But if they are not celebrities, they really find a lot of troubles in their life, and sometimes I have seen as they are from different religion, or they are from different background, or they are different caste. They are not staying in that country. They try to move to another country.
Yeah. So sometimes things happen. It used to happen that they elope from home and then they get married if they are from different religions or different states or different castes or things like
It is
that.
the same for you also.
Yeah. They usually go through a lot of struggles if they have to marry a person who is not from their religion, who is not from their caste.
But what I presumed, that India has developed a lot because of the movies and the things.
Yes.
And I thought that it would not be maybe a problem.
No, we are getting in most of the metropolitan cities like Hyderabad, Mumbai, Kolkata, Bangalore, it's fine. People are getting open-minded, but if you go back to the core villages, they were like, no. How can you even think about that? That question, are you even sane? What's happening with you? And all sort of things happen. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I see that there are like so many similarities between you countries and so many similarities, but there is a lot of difference and there's a lot of gap between your and my countries. And any final thoughts?
I would agree. Like culturally and geographically, we're very distinctly different regions. But like I love that I get to be here and meet people and talk one-on-one with people from such different realities, because I never really experienced that before, especially with the region you guys come from.
Yeah. I think maybe sharing, because now that we have movies, Hollywood movies, and we are now watching things from everywhere, we know how things happen outside the world. But I guess it's always a shock when we tell that, okay, this is how it is in our country, and everybody was like, oh, really? Oh my God, is it how that happens? You're not supposed to live together? Yeah, I get that question a lot. And then people also ask like, okay, are you not supposed, like, do your parents take your decisions? You're not supposed to take your decisions and things like that. But yeah, that's a different perspective. But when my parents and when people are learning to know about a different cultures, that's where the change is coming from. And I really appreciate that change a lot in my country. What do you think about that?
But I have got another dimension of thoughts that, okay, I used to watch movies of India, I used to watch movies of South America. So what I have found that, okay, movies are showing something, and it is maybe for metropolitan that you have said,
Yes.
but it is not true for the whole world. And one thing is similar for all of us, and that is the getting the salary from grandparents.
Getting money from grandparents is something.
Yeah, we used to say salary.
Salary, okay.
The grandma income.
Grandma income. Oh, yeah.
No, it's like I am glad to come here because I could learn like about different cultures here, about the families. How do you think? So like he said like oh, we can like take money from the grandparents, because it's like a very traditional, I think, in all the world. But I think we learn here to like it's difficult for us live aware or very far, from our parents. We don't want like worry them. I think we have like the same ideas and the same problems like every international person here. And I think too, like probably you agree with me, like we are far from our families, but we make here another family with friends.
Totally.
Like you feel like okay, I am far from my family, but I have other family that I can call my friends and to request help if my parents are not here. Like if someone is sick or someone is happening, your friends will go there and they will take care about you. So you don't need your family, your parents to be here and help you.
Yeah. I think we are all building a community or building a home away from home. At least we all have same concepts of families. We want good for each other. We want somebody to look after. That's what our parents want. That's what we also want to. Somebody here to look after us, or if there is any trouble or things like that.
Yeah, I would agree. Like you build sort of a home away from home situation and like a second family. That's really cool.
We got to know a lot about different families, structures, how marriage is being there, how living in is okay in some countries, how living in is not okay for some countries. So if you want to be in my seat and want to host the program, or if you want to be in their seat and share your perspectives, share your fun facts, share some astonishing things, share some scary things from your cultures or from your countries, go and find the link in the description and sign. And thank you for watching, and let us know what's your family memory or what's your family in your country, what's the structure, some interesting facts in the comments below. Thank you.